and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it. We forgot ourselves. It will not happen again.
No, it won't. Disregard for duty is infectious. It shall be rooted out and destroyed. In this way,
You fool.
do not let the assassin leave here alive. You can't get away from me.
I won't. I'm gonna leave here emboldened. Not just alive, my friend.
I'm far better than you'll ever.
You are. Well, why are you dead? Come on. Anga! Whoop. You're dead. Get off of me. Why are you talking? If you did more talking, less talking and more fighting, you wouldn't be dead right now. You, if you didn't broadcast your attacks like that, you wouldn't have been dead. I can tell you don't want to be here right now, so. Who's gonna attack? You're gonna attack. Do you really think? Ooh. Someone's a little bold. Oh, that's another thing I gotta complain about. Your limited arsenal. You really don't have a lot of weapons at your disposal. If you think about assassins like Ezio, Edward, Connor, who have like massive weaponry arsenals. You don't look. Altair doesn't really have that. He has throwing knives. He has a dagger. He has a sword. And he has his whatchamacallit. And come on. Oh, you jerk.
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancino, is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly even.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
Oh, doesn't matter. You're dead. So, yeah. This is one of those, one of the few that I remember very well. Assassination style I remember very well. It's kind of, as you can see, the main fortress over there, sealed off. Oh, you piece of... Wasn't even the way I needed to go anyway, so I'm not even too upset. I have to actually go this way, if I recall. And the reason I'm saying I remember is because I just remember that particular line where he's like, you think you're freeing these cities, but you're not really freeing much of anything. You're actually condemning the city. So, I mean, that's a unique line when you think about it. But yeah, this is basically what you do. Climb up here, climb up here, and then you escape on this side of the temple. Get away. Go over there. And then you just make your way to the assassin's building. For me, just go. I can't believe it took them that long before they retaliated, but yep. So now it's just gonna be basically, can you go on to the letter? But it'll just be basically getting back there and then talking to Altair, Walum offered me. I saw the flag, so I said, no, we're gonna go get it. But anyway, a lot of it's just gonna be talking to Walum. See, that was an unrealistic save, but still saved me. Anyway, I'm kind of wondering though if we're condemning them, and knowing the game and me knowing the final, knowing the final outcome, it's like, even though we're saving these cities, quote unquote, and some people believe that we're condemning them, wouldn't condemning them, no, that's a lot of people, but if we're not saving them, wouldn't someone else just come up to take over? So, I mean, you gotta remember, like, even Dark Souls teaches, well, Dark Souls shows it's not really teaching anything, but how everything is in a cycle, and you're not gonna escape it. So, in that logic, wouldn't there always be someone, to have taken over the city? So, we assassins think we're doing something good. That was bullcrap. I should have actually landed higher up, but okay. Anyway, as I was saying, he says we assassins are condemning the cities. Wouldn't somebody else of his nature eventually take over from the assassins, and vice versa? Throughout the assassins games, actually, you get a lot of those, like, give and takes, where the Templars will get it, then the assassins will get it, then the Templars will get it, then the assassins, and they'll keep going through that cycle. So, no, son. Anyway, like I was saying, it's just, he kind of messes his own thoughts up when you think about it. Even in Unity, I saw a little bit, spoiler, where the assassins have a treaty with the Templars. So, to me, it's just like, well, that's kind of weird. But hey, anyway, we're going to end things off right after I become anonymous. Hide for a bit. Now that we are anonymous, we'll go into the Assassin's Bureau. That was bullcrap. But anyway, go into the Assassin's Bureau, and then now we go and deal with this guy.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masia. I am sure he is eager for news.
Probably is.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
I'm going to pause for a second.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
And apparently now we're getting ripped out the Animus again.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. Don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
I love that they just assume that that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to decide to, how do you say? Oh, wait. I think we gotta wait for Lucy to leave.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Okay. I had to make sure. Wasn't sure if it was one of those you had to wait until you go in your room and then come. And here's the irony: you come right back out. I mean, you literally can come right back out. So it makes no sense here. So, but you gotta leave so she can leave, and you come right back out. You look at the computer. And then you will try. I think you can do it now. Access still denied. I don't really care too much about this crap, so I'm not messing with it. I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm not interested in this. I wonder. Because it's kind of like a puzzle. In a puzzle. And until you get all the pieces, you're not going to be able to solve the puzzle. And I don't know what the purpose of that pen was. But whatever the case is, for something useful. I'm going to now leave. I don't think you can get into the conference room over here. Oh. Nope. So basically, I'm going to go to bed. Well, Desmond's going to go to bed. We're going to then open back up. Once we wake up. Once we wake up, then we're going to jump back into the Animus and then talk to Amuwalam the following morning. Oh, no one's even going to come get us. Well, ain't that surprising?
Get in the Animus.
She's not too happy. Why you gotta be so sour, Doc? But I'm going to pause it so you don't have to sit through the loading screen.
Should you cause a disturbance, It is wise to leave the area in order to avoid upsetting civilians further.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask them. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Ah, a new sword. That's awesome. He gave me a new sword. This is defense break. Oh wow, didn't even know you could do that. This is the actual sword that there are many replicas of. It's really nice sword. I do like it. Originally, my intent was to end it here, but you know what? Since there's only 2 assassinations left, it's like, well, why not? The end of the game is approaching. In all honesty, why not just keep going? Actually, you know what? I'm not sure. Here's what I decided on. If you have to have 4 of the things, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna beat the game today. I mean, that's guaranteed. But it's one of those. If you have to have 4 information things, then I'm probably gonna stop. Well, actually, it depends on how easy I can get them. I may do 1 more assassination. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. I may just get to the mass and stop. But you know what? I'm gonna go for 20 more minutes. That way we can average everything out. Usually that's what I try to do. Just because of how the capture card divides videos and things, I try and stop at around 20-minute intervals, and I had to stop like 20 seconds ago so I wouldn't end up with one video that was 20 seconds long. So yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I've explained the editing thing, so yeah. All in all, hopefully this doesn't mess with things. We've got a lot of Assassin's Creed, and